Hey folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we're going to look at my wooden float from the challenge that Randee put out for a few of us to try doing. Now, if you watched when she first introduced the floats, I commented that, ooh, I have an idea for that right off the bat. And she said, well, give me the idea, or if you want to participate, let me know, because we have 3 other people that can participate. So I'm one of those who decided to participate. So she sent me the wooden float, and I got right to work on it. The first thing it needed to have was a nice heavy chain. It's a big, my grandson calls it a potato. It's a big float, and so it needed a big chain. So I put a big chain on it right off the bat. But then my idea was that because it's a float, well, it needs to stay afloat. So it needed to have a net attached to it. So I searched around locally, and I finally found some replacement net at one of our local sporting goods stores, the Sportsman. So I bought it, and it was way bigger than I needed, so I just cut the end off, and then I got to work on making it part of my float. Because what this one is, and I have titled it such, is the ghost net. Now, if you don't know what a ghost net is, it's a fishing net that has escaped, and it floats around in the ocean and gathers things up. And because there's no way of getting them out of the net unless they manage it on their own, then a lot of these critters that get into it die. So we have bones, and we have fish, and we have various other things in our net. But while getting the net ready, after I cut it, I realized the knots are coming undone. So I pulled the knots back together and put a dab of super glue on each of the knots. And yeah, I got super glue on my fingers. Messy. But that's all right. It's mainly come off by now. But then the next chore was getting the net attached to the float. So I attached it on both sides of the chain, up about 3 or 4 links on either side, and then I drilled some little holes in the float and put some little eye pins in there, and then hooked the net onto the eye pins onto the float. And then it has all kinds of little critters into it. So let's go look at it, and I'll show it to you. Hey, here she is. Isn't this cool? I really like it. I think it turned out really nicely. But let's face it, this is a statement piece. You're going to have to really, really have the oomph to wear this baby. But here is our float. And if I flip it up like this, you can see how I've hooked it to the net here with the with some jump rings and some little eye pins screwed into the float. So let's flip the float back to the right direction. Here's where we've hooked it onto the chain. It's like that on either side. And then here is our net with all of our poor things that got stuck into it. There's a fish with his bones are some of his bones are hanging down. There's some shell, starfish, and incidentally, these starfish were I took them out of my bargain bead box Coastal Breeze set. There's some more little fish here, some lures. We even have a pearl, lots of other fish, some sea glass, more fish bones, more fish bones and shell. There's some more sea glass, another fish bones with a fish bone stuck to it. It's various wonderful, fun things. Oh, sorry for my fingers. So anyway, there it is, our finished necklace. You can see it's sort of long, hanging there on Bonnie. Bonnie is the mannequin, by the way. And yeah, I thought it turned out really fun, and I really like it. The only thing I really don't like too much is the connection to the chain, because the net gets a little bit gathered up too much there. But it's still a fun piece, definitely fun to make, and I hope you enjoy seeing it. Anyway, this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and this has been the Fishing Float Challenge with Thunderhorse Descendant. And I hope you enjoyed seeing my piece, and I hope that you like that. Bye-bye.